Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. In this video we are going to go over all the clients, all the expansion orders, and all the potential opportunities for 2025. There's a lot of them too. I have I don't even know how many tabs it's a lot of tabs. Look at all these tabs. I'm not even going to count them. We'll count them as we go. But that is a lot of tabs. That is a lot of PRs. 6 ROSA units from a bank, MSA. And here's the thing, if we go all the way to the bottom here, potential expansion throughout regional and national banks, with an expectation that this year the rollout will be to 22 branches. So you do the math, 22 branches times 6 units, that's 132 units? Is my math off? No, it's 132 units. So that's 132 units just for banks, more than anything. So that's 132 units to look forward to in the future. Because we're still waiting, I think, on that expansion order. Because we haven't gotten an expansion order for this bank. A new significant client in Hawaii has ordered their first 4 ROSA units, marking what potentially could be the beginning of an extensive, lucrative relationship. So this is why I'm looking back, because if we start doing some math here, man, there's a lot of expansion orders in the future that we haven't gotten yet, because we're in the future right now. This is a PR from what, January 29th. Some of these companies have not expanded yet. So going into 2025, we could see expansion orders coming in. But we'll see. Maybe some of them didn't expand. That could also be the case. But so far we got a bank and a Hawaii client. Major order arrives. Fortune 50 client. RAD received orders for 34 additional real units and encouragement from the client to continue to accelerate deployment as even more orders may be forthcoming. That's 3 companies right now that we can get more expansion orders from, which would lead to a lot more money. Let's move on to PR number 8 here. RADDOG adoption by the by the Taylor Police Department. That's another one. That's interesting. See, I wasn't even thinking of this. The law enforcement adoption of robot dogs. So that's another one where we can get, expansions. This is going to add up to a huge year in 2025. Oh yeah, that's another client right there. Oil and gas industry client. Oil and gas industry. With solar powered Ava. Company receives first purchase order for newly announced access control solution. The end user is an oil and gas industry and seeks to automate ingress and egress to remote areas in order to reduce man guard service expense. This is an important PR because we're in October right now as of this video. RAD initiated plans in January of this year to produce 100 RADDOG LE Gen 2 quadruped robot dogs, and these are expected to walk off the production line in September-October timeframe to meet potential growing demand. And by the looks of it, it's $35,000 subscription for one RADDOG, so that's quite a bit of a that's a lot of money. Because you do the math on that one, what is it? That's insane. $35,000. You just throw 2 zeros at the end, that's 35 million. Unless I have to double check, because every time I see these big numbers, I'm like, no way they're gonna make that much if they get all 100 dogs out there. It's just so incredible, the growth potential here going into 2025. A lot of people are sleeping on this one. 35K times 100, it's just moving it 2 zeros. It should be 3.5 million. Again, I had to double check because I'm always shocked that it's that much. So yeah, there's potential for 35. I'm gonna write that one down for not the Hawaii client, the law enforcement robo-dogs. Yeah, this year was important too because what's funny is this is the year that they launched RAD-R. To launch innovative Aitx announces formation of new subsidiary, RAD-R, to launch innovative residential security solutions. Here's healthcare. I forgot to add this one. So we got healthcare now. So that's 6367, by the way. Banks. Let me write it down. Banks, Hawaii client, law enforcement adoption of robodogs, potential for 3.5 million. Fortune 50 client, oil and gas industry client, and healthcare. Again, a lot of opportunity for expansion orders here. You think this year was nice? Wait till next year. Aitx penetrates further into healthcare market with multiple real order from top 25 healthcare product provider. I remember doing the math for this one, I believe, because there's going to be another one coming up. They got another healthcare client too, I believe. Unprecedented expansion opportunities leaving ISC West 2024. High demand for Rosa. Accelerated interest in Rio. And Ava's getting some hype, but a Fortune 100 provider of diagnostic equipment has specified 120 units in phase 1 of their RAD rollout, signaling a strong entry into biotechnology and healthcare markets. Specialty shopping malls are expected to place 22 Rio units as an initial deployment order, with the possibility of expanding to 480 units. Let me write that one down. A Fortune 250 auto reseller. A healthcare provider. A Fortune 500 logistics and supply chain company. And in May 8, we had a strategic relationship between Command Americas and Aitx, so that's probably the first partnership there. We got a bunch of partnerships this year. No, we got Nightingale as well. I know that's the most recent one I remember. There we go. There it is. Drone leader Nightingale Security and Aitx RAD announces global reach with targeted autonomous security solutions. So there's another partnership, which is set to capture substantial opportunities across outside of US, because right now we're just focused on US. So that's another thing. Just imagine how many orders they can get, from outside the US. Right now within the US, we're getting a bunch of orders and potential for tons of expansion orders. Just imagine when they go global. So I think a lot of people are sleeping on this one. I'm the most bullish on Aitx because A, it's held the bottom. B, continues to hold the bottom. C, a shout out to the longs who actually are here to buy and hold. They're the ones who keep it from falling lower. You look at ILIS, there aren't enough longs to keep it from falling lower. That's why it continues to go down lower. Besides, ignore the pump and dump from Moon Market. This thing would have broken down. ILIS would have broken down to 001s. So, shout out to the longs. You're actually good for holding the share price up. Thank you. This is an interesting one. Their first paid analytic. They announced their first paid analytic based on vast improvements to its firearm detection speed and accuracy May 28, 2024. So that's something extra that people have to pay for, companies have to pay for, so that's more money in the bank. That's something to keep an eye on moving forward to see how much that makes on its own. Aitx adds another Fortune 100 client with real order. July 3rd, 2024. Initial deployment of Rio Security Tower marks the beginning of over potential 200 installations across multiple locations. Let me write that down. So as we move along, you start to put the numbers in your head together and you're like, whoa. And then they got a dealership Rio order. So that's another one, dealerships. See, you know what's funny is as I'm going through each of these PRs, you start to realize that ILIS is garbage. They haven't done anything this year or the past couple of years. They have a whole bunch of subsidiaries and products, but they never even talk about anything near. They never even talk about what's going on with the company, period. Hey guys, we're gonna uplist. See ya. That's literally ILIS. It's kind of sad, but that's why Aitx holds a bottom and was at a higher share price before the Moon Market pump and dump, before a big Discord jumped in and pumped it. Here's another client, a good one. Oh wow, look at this. This is another client, interesting client by the way. This is from August 13. Aitx has received an order for 6 devices, specifically 2 Rosa units and 4 Rio units. The client for these initial 6 devices is a major operator in the solar farm industry. And of course we have RADCAM, and the most recent PR that we went over is the Gen 4 Romeo opportunities that are coming in 2025 as well. So let's just take a step back. Let's exit. Let's just look at the share price real quick. Okay, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is the last time I'm going to say this. Even if you're a long, do yourself a favor. If you have a family, do yourself a favor. Do them the favor too. Buy, I don't know how much money you got, but, buy quite a bit of AITX, accumulate down here. And then buy them a nice dinner when you make a lot of money in 2025. Because this thing is going to run again. I believe that. It's going to run again. This isn't Aitx. This is an AI company, number one. So that's already worth more than Aitx alone, which doesn't have much of anything going for it. I'm comparing it to Aitx because I remember Aitx shareholders Discord laughing at AITX because yeah, AITX, look at the dilution. Guess what? Look who's down there now. Look who's at the bottom down there. Aitx. No communication, no transparency from the CEO. Nothing but carrot dangling and going, hey, here's our earnings report and we're gonna uplist. That's it. That every earnings that they've come out with has been here's our financials, and by the way, we're uplisting. Woo! That's it. That's literally all Aitx has done for 3 years. AITX, whole nother level when it comes to communication, transparency, and actually getting things done with their subsidiaries and communicating what's going on and what's going to happen next. So you look at everything in hindsight, the data that I just showed you. Let me just pull that up. Let me bring up, oops, I have 5 monitors, so I have to move everything. Okay, there we go. So we look back at our, we look at our notes here. So we got a bank client. Huge expansion orders could come in 2025. Hawaii client as well. Law enforcement adoption of Robotoc's potential for 3.5 million, because they should be rolling out this month. And then you got the Fortune 50 client, oil and gas industry client. You got the healthcare clients as well. The shopping mall client, potential for 480 unit expansion across 40 locations. Real units, by the way. So a lot of money right there. That's a lot of money. 480 units times, what was it, 1,600? Whew. Logistic and supply chain company, 50 TOMs and 50 real units. I don't know what a TOM is. I'm going to have to look that up later because I've never heard of a TOM. We've never gotten many PRs, or any PRs, I think, right? With regards to people wanting to get a TOM, it's usually real units and rosas. The occasional Ava, no Romeos, but the Romeo's coming in 2025. The Fortune 100 life sciences and clinical research sector with potential for over 200 installations. Dealerships, solar farm industry, RADDOG coming as well in December, and then Romeo coming in spring 2025, if I recall. So you look at this, and that's a whole lot of money that's coming. You think we made a lot of money this year? I think they have the potential to make over 20 million next year. If they're going to hit that exponential growth that most AI companies hit, minimum 20 million next year. Minimum, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but I'm just telling you what I think. Alright, that dance was for Michael, who gave me a super thanks of $2. I gave you the Elaine dance. People who watch Seinfeld are going to get that reference. Let's switch over here. So Michael oh God, I'm bad with names. Michael Klosnick. Oh, okay. Michael Klosnick, 6979. Shout out to you for the $2. I'm assuming you're around 50 to 60 because only old people use their first and last name followed by the date of their birth and probably the date of your wife's birth, I would imagine, because my dad does the same thing. He uses his first and last name and then his birth and my mom's birth. So I'm going to assume you're 50 to 60. Love your info. Got around 10 million in AITX. Shout out to you. You're going to make a lot of money next year. If you watch this video till the end, you're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to make a lot of money. So thank you for the $2. I keep forgetting that super thanks exists. So if you guys want to say thank you, that's your way of doing it. I don't know how it works, but if you want to say thanks as for all the information that I provide, feel free to do so. If you've made over $1,000 off of this channel from swing trading, feel free to say thank you as well. I don't know how they work. I keep forgetting they exist. So, all right. So shout out to you. I'm gonna drink this for you, Michael. Oh, I'm not chugging this. That does not taste good. I'm never having a red, white berry Smirnoff Ice. Never drinking that again. It tastes horrible. I'd rather have Rumble Mints, and some rum chata pumpkin spice. That's probably what I'm gonna buy. So I'll use that $2 towards the delivery of pumpkin spice from Chada. So shout out to you, Michael. All right, guys, that's it for the video. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video editing and the fun stuff that I'm adding to the videos, let me know. Someone should have told me. You guys always complained about the mic quality. So I bought a real mic and I hold it in my hand, right? And it sounds great compared to the laptop mic that I was using. So you guys should have told me, hey, maybe you should try something other than Windows Movie Maker. You know, I don't know why you living in 2001. Anyways, shout out to you guys. Let's make 2025 a great year. Cheers to that. Wait. There you go. Boom. There you go.